What if AI does not actually replace most workers? What if the real problem is worse than that? What if you keep your job, but your pay starts going down because one person with AI can now do the work of 2 or 3? That's the real pressure. That may be one of the biggest AI stories people are not talking about clearly enough. Because most people hear AI and imagine a robot showing up and taking their whole job overnight. But that may not be how this plays out for a lot of regular workers. Instead, the more realistic version may look like this. Your company keeps fewer people. The remaining workers are expected to do more. And because AI makes parts of the job faster, management starts asking a brutal question. Why are we paying the old rate for this work? That's the part that hurts. That is the part people should be paying attention to. AI does not need to fully replace you to hurt you economically. It just needs to weaken your leverage. That's the part that matters. If your boss thinks your job can be done faster, cheaper, or by fewer people using AI, that changes the conversation immediately. Maybe you do not get fired. Maybe you just do not get the raise. Maybe the next person hired gets paid less than the last person. Maybe freelance rates fall. Maybe entry-level roles shrink. That still changes lives in a very real way for millions of families. And honestly, this may hit white-collar workers especially hard. Because a lot of office work is made up of tasks like writing, summarizing, researching, formatting, and analysis, planning, editing, analyzing, and answering. Those are exactly the kinds of tasks AI can already help with today. That's the reality. So even if AI is bad at replacing a whole human being, it may be very good at reducing how much a company thinks that human is worth. That is the shift, and it matters. Because we have been trained to think in a yes or no way. Will AI take jobs or not? Will AI take jobs? Will it replace people? Will it automate this role completely? But the real question might be, what happens when AI makes millions of people easier to underpay? That's the true disruption. That could be the bigger disruption. And if that is where this is headed, then the conversation cannot just be, learn AI and everything will be fine. That is too simplistic. We need a much deeper understanding of the economics here. Some people will adapt. Some people will absolutely benefit. But a lot of regular workers may end up in a world where they are still employed, still working hard, and somehow feeling less secure than before. More output, less leverage, lower bargaining power, more competition, and finally, less pay growth. That is the story. That is not a sci-fi future. That is a very possible economic story. So if AI does not take your job, do not assume you are safe. The next question is, what does it do to your value? That's what you need to track. Because losing a job is obvious. Losing pricing power happens quietly, and quiet changes can still wreck people.